What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know how I get down when I come around. We got that thing strapped up on us, heater, burner, chopper, all that good stuff. First time to the channel, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button for me. Appreciate everybody for checking me out. Today's video, a vaccine developer said, hey, just because we get a vaccine don't mean stuff gonna change. Hold on a second. Let's jump into this. All right here, article on the Blaze. Vaccine developer says people must wear masks and socially distance even after the vaccine is available. I mean, hold on a second. You mean to tell me I still got to go through this nonsense? Got to hide under my bed sheets even though y'all got a vaccine? What you making one for then? Sound like somebody just filling their pockets. Just saying. Hey, YouTube, I'm just asking the question. Is somebody filling their pockets? So this is a vaccine developer at the Baylor College of Medicine told Business Insider that people should not expect an immediate return to normal life once a vaccine is available. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. It's been so long ago. It was just 2 weeks to stop the spread, or slow the spread. I'm sorry. Don't want the hospitals to be overran. 2 weeks to slow the spread. I was like, man, that sucks, but okay, 2 weeks, I got you. Then all of a sudden it's stay home, save lives for a month. Okay, stay home, save lives. I'm like, boy, I'd be glad to get out this month. And then we got into May, safer at home. I'm like, okay, that's we a long way away from the 2 weeks to slow the spread. Then we got near the end of May. It's like, oh, we starting to reopen phase 1, phase 2, and it's like, oh, deaths going down, but cases going up. Got to go back to phase 1. I'm like, so we went from slowing the spread, so the hospitals wouldn't get overwhelmed, which they didn't. And then we went into, you can't leave your house until we got a cure. And now it's, even though we got a cure, expect to maintain the same exact thing you've been doing during the lockdown. I'm like, hold on a second now. They said several companies are working as quickly as possible to develop a safe and effective vaccine. Safe and effective. Which has been viewed by some as necessary for lockdowns to end and schools to reopen. Yeah, because we got to have that. Because, the common cold, it's got that vaccine, doesn't it? No, it's just got treatments. Just like this, has treatments. Because you can't stop coronaviruses. They just do what they do. I'm sorry. I hate to tell everybody. But if you know the last vaccine for a coronavirus, let me know. For a coronavirus now. So this said, while a vaccine may significantly reduce the risk of serious disease from the novel coronavirus, stop calling it novel, man. It's 6, 7 months old and no longer novel. Ain't nothing novel about it. It's a coronavirus. Just get over it. It says social distancing and face masks may still be a part of life, said vaccine developer Maria Elena Bottazzi. All right, well, Miss Maria, how about you? Hey, I'm going to let you continue to social distance. I'm going to go do my thing. You mask up and you social distance. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's up with the one-size-fits-all thing? If you want to stay in your house from here until death, be my guest. But I'm trying to go out and do some things. Man, I like to play basketball. I like to go to an actual indoor gym and shoot the hoop. Sometime between here and when I die. You know what I'm saying? So, that'd be nice. I'd like that. But no, I like to go to a theater and watch a movie. I know some people say it's a waste, but it's just like something me and my girlfriend like to do. Just go every once in a while, go check out a movie. I like to go do that. Even though they say some movie theaters are open, but I don't know where they were at. So they said they automatically are going to say, oh, great, I'm just going to get my little vaccine. Little vaccine. Yeah, that's, I don't know, the Moderna one, what they say, 80% of people had adverse side effects. Little, just a little vaccine. And they're continuing on to phase 3, trial 3. I'm like, hold on a second. Don't y'all might want to, look into those side effects? I'm just saying. Y'all just going to move right on. You know what's after phase 3? Man, they can start putting the stuff out. I'm like, damn. It's like, oh, it's just adverse. They don't even know what's going to happen to you years from now. It said I can go back to do exactly the things I was doing last year. Said, this is absolutely not true. She ain't wanting to let you go. She's letting you know, said, look, I mean, I know you want to go out, you want to do your thing, but no, we got to keep this tyranny going. We got to keep it going, especially depending on who wins the election. Depending on who wins it, that'll let you know how long this tyranny's got to last. So this said, ideally, Batazi said a vaccine would give sterilizing immunity. Sterilizing immunity, okay. Meaning it would totally prevent people from getting infected. Totally prevent it. Okay, all right. Seeing how y'all hadn't never did that before, I got you. So, I mean, y'all gonna figure something out new in record time. I got you. I mean, just the history of coronaviruses is forever. And so y'all gonna figure something out in, 8 months. Just like, man, boy, we've just been missing this one little missing link the whole time, man. We can cure everything. Guess we won't get the common cold or nothing no more. How about you give me a vaccine for that too? I mean, just let me know. It said many vaccines don't reach that level of effectiveness, however, and only reduce the chance of developing severe symptoms of a particular disease. So, I mean, y'all talking about totally preventing, but y'all know that ain't the case. Matter of fact, I mean, the flu shot, I hate to tell folks, people still get the flu and die of it every year. I mean, if you didn't know, and I know somebody, it helps us get to herd immunity quicker. How do you know that? It's just these folks pushing these vaccines. You know what you can't do with a vaccine? Sue nobody. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Is that, man, we can't push these the drug-related things as far as pills and stuff like that. We can get sued for that. These vaccines, though, we got this act. We'll be all right. So this said, vaccines improve over time, which means the first version of COVID-19 vaccine that is made available to the public might not be 100% effective. Well, of course not. It ain't going to be 100% effective. You did it in 8 months, 6 months, 4 months, whatever it is. What we start doing in March, folks started really ramping it up. I say about into April, so 3 months. I mean, y'all say, oh man, we almost there. Do what? And you know what else I'm hearing? Oh man, we learning more and more about it every day. And you trying to make a vaccine for it? But I mean, does it sound safe? I'm just asking. They said, in fact, Moderna's vaccine, which is entering phase 3 of trials, is aiming to demonstrate 60% effectiveness. So that's far from 100%. That's 40% off. So they aiming for 60%. So I guess your other 40%, you just got to fall by the wayside. And then whatever type of adverse side effects, and then if you start growing extra limbs, I mean, I like 2 extra arms, as long as they, the same size as mine underneath, like Goro status. Go in there and pick somebody up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but you don't know what's going to happen to you. I mean, you might just, as a young man, 20-year-old, you might wake up the next day and your thing just won't even stand up no more. You be like, man, what happened? It's, oh man, that's one of them adverse side effects. I forgot to tell you. So, dang, bud, I wouldn't have took it. I took my chance with the sniffles. So it said, Moderna CEO Stephanie Bancel said that if a vaccine reaches 90% effectiveness, then people can safely stop wearing masks. So hold on a second. I got to get to 90% before I can stop wearing a mask, which I ain't really wearing one no way. I have to be going somewhere. I don't even wear one at work. I mean, even though we in North Carolina, I'm just like bump it, man. Actually, our whole place is like bump it. We just roll right out there, bud. They said, look, you looking to do business? I mean, this is the place to do business. It said, unless they have high-risk health conditions, in which case they may need to continue wearing them. So hold on a second. So it's got to reach 90% for us to stop wearing masks. And then if you got high-risk health conditions, you still got to wear them. Man, what are y'all telling me, man? Does any of this sound right to y'all? Just let me know in the comment section. Does any of it sound right? I mean, it sounds like a whole bunch of BS to me. So this said, Bancel said the company hopes to know more about their vaccine's efficacy as early as October or as late as December. Okay, so I guess they got a separate one from Moderna. So I'm guessing. Here's my question. If this is a global pandemic, you know what I'm saying, affecting everybody globally, then why aren't all these minds getting together on this? Why is everybody doing their own thing, being separate? Don't you think, the more minds you had going towards something, the better and quicker you'd be able to do it? I'm just asking a question, guys. That's it. That's what would make sense to me. But every company trying to do their own thing. We're going to make our own out of thin air. I'm like, boy. And I mean, they sit here talking about, oh yeah, you need to take 2 shots of it. First small dose, second one a month later, a higher dose. And then old Gil Bates up there, he said, oh yeah, if you're older, man, you might have to take 4 or 5 shots. I said, good God. He said, you might have a little extreme pain in your arm. Your arm be done fell off, bud. I mean, you be out there have one arm. You said, man, all this so I wouldn't get the sniffles. But I mean, it won't worth it. They said for comparison, the 2019-2020 flu vaccine is only about 45% effective against the seasonal flu and typically ranges between 40 and 60% effectiveness every year. So, I mean, they just talking about a range right there, but I mean, that don't even mean nothing to me. So you mean to tell me that it don't really do a whole lot? That's what you're telling me. I know some people who get the flu shot and then get sick as hell. I'm like, hold on a second. They pumping the stuff in you. It's supposed to be a dead strain. I'm like, to create a immunity response. I'm like, how about I just not worry about it? How about I trust my body? Trust the Lord, trust your body. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And, try to eat. Ain't nobody telling you how to live your life better. Eat better. Get some exercise. You know what I'm saying? Drink plenty of water. I mean, if you're feeling a little sniffles, get some vitamin C, some zinc. I mean, ain't nobody giving you that information. It's just like vaccine or bust. That's all we got. Vaccine or bust. Said a vaccine was never successfully developed for SARS coronavirus in 2002. Now, this is SARS-CoV-2. So you trying to tell me y'all ain't figured out SARS-CoV-1 and you going to have something for me for SARS-CoV-2. Now, if that ain't an indictment on how this is all BS, I don't know what is. It said an eventual demand for such a vaccine went away as the virus ran its course and mostly disappeared. That's like, without spreading nearly as widely as COVID-19 has. I don't know that to be factual. This is the only time in history where y'all just put a live counter on everything. How do I know this? How do I know that? If we got asymptomatic spread, supposedly. I mean, that thing might have been spreading like wildfire. Folks like bump it. It said in summary, the mask could be here to stay through the end of 2020 and even potentially even longer depending on how successful the COVID-19 vaccines are. Man, we got to go against this, bud. You can't have a mask strapped up on you for the rest of your life. Man, what are they thinking, man? They taking away all your emotion, bud. Can't see everybody look like a zombie, look depressed. You're like, man, take your mask off, man. It's gonna be alright. I hate to tell you. I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's gonna be okay. So they said the moment you get a vaccine doesn't mean you're going to be going to put your mask in the trash. Well, actually, there's a whole lot of masks going in the trash. And here's another question: if this COVID-19, it's almost like a biological weapon. It's so it can spread so easily, so dangerous. Then all these people throwing away these masks, don't you think we'd have like a biodispensary where we could put the masks so they make sure that they're disposed of properly? I'm just asking a question. That's it. Hey, I mean, this is the most deadliest thing that ever hit the earth, right? That's what they're trying to make it out to be. So I mean, why don't we have a little bin over there to make sure that they're disposed of properly? Have somebody over there with a hazmat suit, always dumping them out. Just asking a question. So they said that is not going to happen. I hope people don't think that is going to be the magic solution for all. So Batazi, I ain't wanting to listen to your nonsense. In closing on this, y'all be wary of the vaccine. Man, there's a whole lot of folks. I don't know where they at in their stages of making it, but they get money from the government. I'm like, man, I ain't even heard Pfizer got $2 billion. I'm like, when Pfizer start making a vaccine? And I'm like, where's the trials at? I mean, all you hear about is Moderna. Now, how you gonna trust a company where the CEOs, when their stocks go up, they dump the stocks and cash in, and then when it goes back down, they jump back in the market, buy on the low end. I'm like, man, am I trusting a vaccine company that's over here dumping stocks? Hell no, not no, but hell no. So be wary of the vaccine. I heard something from CDC or something where they were trying to get together see if it's going to be mandatory. I'm like, man, here's my question to everybody. If this is all about lives and all that, lives and deaths. You know what I'm saying? How many people with adverse side effects for you is okay, for this vaccine to go through? How many deaths is okay? Because I'm pretty sure some folks that get adverse effects and die of it. They were talking about folks with severe chills, automatically breaking out into a fever, had to rush them to the hospital. I'm like, dang, Bo, I mean, stuff take you right out, bud. So, I mean, how many folks, adverse side effects, potentially crippled, killed, how many folks is okay? 700,000, million, 2 million? Let me know. They trying to get this out across the whole world. I'm trying to figure out how they going to do it. So, let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. As always, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody for coming out here checking me out. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.